Yo, what's good, everybody? This is your man, Young Squala, and this is another Always Everything with Young Squala podcast episode today. And today I got a very special guest with me. If you can go ahead and introduce yourself for me, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm MsLonda. I'm the host of Sip and Talk with MsLonda.
Sip and Talk with Miss Wanda, and she is more than that, too. How many hats you wear?
I'm a serial entrepreneur.
Serial entrepreneur. I like that. So the first, I'm gonna start off a little simple. So where you from? Where you at on the map right now?
So I'm in Minnesota, but
Oh.
I'm from Gary, Indiana.
Okay, Midwest.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna start off to ask about your podcast.
Okay.
So what made you want to start podcasting in the first place?
Because I'm a person that I see a lot of different things and I think about it, and it's like I want to talk about it because I have my own point of views and opinions. And so I was talking to somebody. They were saying that they wanted to start a podcast, but it was about sports. And I was thinking as they was talking, like, that would be a good way for me to express the things that's on my mind that I want to talk about. Is starting a podcast. So I went on Amazon and I looked up podcast equipment, saved it to my wish list. And once I felt like I had the money to purchase it, I purchased it. And that was in December of 2020, and I've just been going ever since.
That's what's up. So you started podcasting in December 2020. That was like your first episode?
Yeah. My first episode was about I was talking about, you know how you have loved ones that go to jail?
Yeah.
Prison, and it's like they kind of really lean on their family. But it's like if you are not or can't be there, they kind of fault you. So I did a whole segment on that, and it was pretty much, I titled it Where Folk Them At, Where You Homies, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's what's up. So you three years, well, not 3 years yet, like 2 years and some change.
Yeah.
That's cool. So in your time podcasting, what would you say makes a good podcast?
To be able to relate to your viewers, your guests, making them feel, they're a part. Like I like to tell the people in the comments, just because you're in the comments doesn't mean you're not a part of the show. You know what I'm saying? You're just in the comments. You're just not up here with us on the platform, but you are a part of the show. Making sure that, you're organized, you've got a good niche. I'm not quite sure if I found my niche yet, but
right. I say I ain't find my niche. I try to say my niche is like social, like being like social, what's it called? Not social issues, but like just being like community oriented.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to say my niche. But every time I look on like a tutorial or try to make like a video on how to make a podcast better, they always say, narrow it down, find a specific It's like,
so, let me just tell you about that. Because when I first started out, I was doing all that, like, all these different tutorials and these different webinars, like you do these 2-week sessions, and at the end of the day, you build your podcast according to you, how you feel, what you want to talk about, with how you feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, if I went by all those webinars, I'd be sitting here like this, like, and so today we're going to talk about, so no, you just do your own thing. You just be you, just be real. That's how I feel.
Right. That's what I try to do. I try to keep it like organic as possible.
Yeah.
So what would you say your main mission as far as podcasting would be?
So my main mission is to fund my nonprofit, which is called Lady Zinnias Incorporated. Lady Zinnias, I started in 2020 as well. And this is this is a nonprofit that is geared towards women and teen girls. My mission is to help single women with the resources and things that's needed, in the community to, just things that we go through. Even though a lot of women work, sometimes it just don't meet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to create a different resource type of thing that different from the way the government kind of does it. Because it's like, there's been times where, you work and you might still need that extra help, but you could be like 1% over the guideline. And now I don't qualify to get help with my light bill. Like, I think that's so, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So I want to create those type of resources. I also want to open up a group home.
Okay.
For runaway teens, not just runaway teens. Sex trafficked teens.
Yeah.
I want to make it, I want to have a 1-800 number so that if they get sex trafficked outside of the state lines, they have a number they can call. We can be able to provide the resources to get them to a hotel for the night and get them on a bus and get them back to, safety.
Right.
That's so good. That's kind of my goal, where I'm going as far as my nonprofit.
That's real good. That's what's up. That's definitely what's
up.
But
it's like, it's hard to get funding, and the people that can help you, like with grant writing or just the resources to get the grant money, it's like, if I'm coming to you and I need help to get the funding and you're going to charge me $1,500, like that, it's like, so I just figure out ways that I can try to fund it and do it myself.
So you got like GoFundMe out there, or like a way for people to donate?
I tried GoFundMe, because I did a code drive before. I've tried to do the Christmas giveaway. Last year I did not last year, the year before last, I did a Christmas giveaway, but I did it out of pocket because when I did the GoFundMe, nobody,
Oh yeah, I know how it goes.
So I kind of given up on GoFundMe, and I just figured, like, I just have to find ways to do it myself.
Yeah. That's the best way. Yeah. If you want something done, to do it yourself.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because you see people like people on the internet, they do GoFundMe and they getting millions and millions of people.
Yeah, like I saw this guy getting money because he was saying that he was being domestically abused by his girlfriend. He was put out and he had nowhere to go. His thing went up to $5,000, and I'm like, wow. And I'm asking for money to get these kids toys and these little things that they wish they could get that their parents probably can't get, and I can't even get $1.
You gotta go viral first. That's the requirement for GoFundMe, I guess. Now for people to donate, you gotta be an internet sensation first. So, what would you say your main obstacle as far as podcasting would go?
My main obstacle is, you mean like a tough obstacle?
Any obstacle.
So I would say somewhat support, and just kind of like getting yourself out there. Like,
the marketing.
That would be
yeah. So like for me, I say a lot of things. What I've been encountered since I've been podcasting, and I'm like 6 months in consistently. So what I've encountered is a lot of people will stand you up.
This is why
a lot of
I
people will stand you up.
Charging for my interviews. Because when I do an interview, like literally, for me, an interview is personal to me.
Right.
It's not about I'm gonna get this interview and I'm gonna get my views up or I'm gonna get my subscribers up. It's personal. So I have applications that I have people fill out. I read what they put on their applications. I draw my questions from there, but it also lets me know their comfortability too. But then I also, because on the application, I ask for your Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I
Right.
go and I go through your platform. I want to get to know you and see, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
also, if you're a business owner, you might have wrote a book, you might have a website. I try to make sure that I put those links in the description when I create the flyer, which I haven't been doing lately, but I share them on all my platforms. And when I say I share, it's not like, oh, I just shared it this day. The day that I created it, I scheduled them to be shared all the way up until the day of your interview. And then on the day of your interview, the last time that that flyer is going to be posted is 30 minutes before your interview. So it's like I'm doing my part. It may not seem like a lot to
Right.
you, but I mean, if you think outside the box, it can help. A lot of people don't even share the flyer when you create it and send it to them. They
Yeah.
don't follow, they don't subscribe, they don't share the live. So, you know, it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Then they no show
Yeah.
after confirming twice. Or they'll say at the last minute, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to make it." It's so much when it comes to
Yeah.
dealing with people. So
I
yeah.
done definitely had more than I done had maybe two people stand me up twice. Like the same people stand me up twice after we rescheduled and everything.
Yeah, it's like mm.
So it's like but I try to like be a little bit because you know people be going, you don't know what's going on with people, but
But
once you
that's where communication comes in.
yeah,
That's my problem. If you hit me up an hour or two before the interview and say, "Oh, something came up, I'm not going to be able to make it, can reschedule," I will have no problem. But when I send you that link after I done already confirmed with you and you said you was going to be there, then yes, I have an issue.
yeah.
Unless you was in a car accident or something, you know, then that's different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I know your podcast is live, so and how does that like because my podcast is pre-recorded for the simple fact that I'm dry. I just a little nerve wracking to just go live for me. I gotta look back at the foot before I put it out. So
Oh,
how
I
do
get
you
what you're
deal with
saying.
that?
That's how I've always been going. And the reason why I actually just been going live is because when I first started podcasting, I didn't know how to edit. So
Oh,
I'm like, well, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They see what they see.
yeah.
But now I know how to edit. So when I want to take that video and take it elsewhere, I will edit certain things out and then I'll, you know, send it where I need to send it.
Cool, cool.
But
These,
I like to go live too, also because I like live engagement. You
yeah,
know what I
it's
mean?
better.
Like pulling up the comments, people in the comments sharing their comments, and me pulling up their comments and responding back to them. That actually helps me, to be honest. It's actually what keeps me going.
Yeah, that's cool. I had the pleasure of being on your show before, and I noticed you have a lot of engagement. You got a lot of people like in the comments active, and
Yeah.
that is a cool thing to do. And that's what I'm trying. My podcast is kind of I'm getting views, but I'm not getting feedback. So it's like I don't really know what the people are thinking.
I think it helps though too to put your face out there. So even if you just go live for maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People get used to your face and then it's like they want to pop in, they want to see what you're talking about. If they like what you're talking about, they're gonna return.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked because for a minute I wasn't even focusing on doing my own stuff and I had kind of put it on a back burner. And when I came back, those viewers was like, "What, MsLonda, where you been?" Like, and I was just shocked to even know that they was still, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
yeah.
But how do you feel about that? Have people like waiting on you and like they looking forward to your show?
That makes me feel good because even if it's not a whole lot of people, you know what I'm saying? At least I know that there's something that I'm doing or something that I'm saying that's touching somebody. That, you know what I mean? So that makes me
It's
feel
all
good.
about. That's what it's all about. Bringing the community back together through podcasts. I know this the podcasting community, like other podcasters, they for the most part, everybody is supporting of everybody. Like I don't really see too much competition with it. Like, and it's like for me, I used to try to be like in the rap, in the music industry and stuff, and there's hella crab in the barrel mentality.
Well, see, I want to say maybe you haven't really experienced the full crab in the barrel mentality in podcasting because you pre-record and then you put it out there. I have though.
Really?
Yeah, I experience it all the time. So, like you I just made a video the other day. I made it out of anger, so I didn't even post it. But it's just like what I noticed, you try to genuinely support people and the hope is for them to support in return.
Right.
Now, sometimes you will get people that will support, but then it's like you have to observe and actually see why is the reason why you're really supporting. Because, like, say, for instance, if you had a business where you, I don't know, maybe you did one-on-one sessions, consultations, and it you charge me whatever you charge me, and I pay, but then I tell you, well, I'm not going to be able to pay for maybe just a couple of weeks because I got some other things that I need to take care of, but we're supposed to be doing something else. So now that I'm telling you that I can't do that, now you can't do this. Like, it's not genuine support.
Oh yeah, that's that. That's yeah.
Yeah. I've also faced supporting people, but it's minimized. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, you did this, but it's like, yeah.
That's crazy because everybody who I've talked to so far has been like great. Like even
I've met some good supportive people. Like when I hit you up about the TV channel, like you didn't like come off like, well, how long has it been going? This and that. Like I had a couple people, oh well, it's not launched yet. Oh, okay. I'm like, but I'm offering this to 10 people for free. This is why I'm offering this to 10 people for free. Now, once it gets started going, there is gonna be a cost. So I mean, do you want to get in now or do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah. I jumped on that because I'm like, we gonna get it in. We gonna grow together. That's how I look at it. I'm trying
That's how I look at it too. Like,
to bring the
you know what I'm
community back
saying?
together. Because at the end of the day, the way I look at podcasting, even if two people are talking about the same exact thing, they're never gonna have the same exact thing to say about it. So it's gonna always be something to get from every podcast. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it really shouldn't be too much competition. But like you said, the marketing part of it, it definitely has to be on point because there is a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
That being said, do you think the podcasting industry is saturated right now?
Saturated? What do you mean?
Like too many people who really don't have the passion, or maybe just too many people trying to jump on it at the same time?
I wouldn't say that it's too many, but what I would say is that there probably is a handful of people who just do it just because, oh, I can be seen or I can get views, and that's fine if that's what they want to do. But I never have the copycat attitude or mentality just because I feel like you said, me and you could be talking about the same thing, but the way you deliver it may be different than the way I deliver it. You may have people that can relate to the way you deliver it, and I might have people that can relate to the way I deliver it. So
Exactly. So yeah, that's what like the podcast is cool. Like and it's therapeutic too, because you're talking to people and you're getting human to human interaction, which is very it's not common nowadays.
yeah,
Everybody still to themselves.
what I like is I'm amazed that I can talk to people and find out that there's people who can relate to some of the same things that you've dealt with. Number one, and I talked to people and I did interviews with people in UK, like London, England, and stuff like that. So it's fun for me. I like it.
Definitely is. Now you mentioned the channel a little bit. Let's tell the audience a little more about that. What it is, where it's at, all that, everything.
Are you talking about the TV channel, the network?
Queens Talk TV.
So yes, it's Queens Talk TV, like he said. You can find it on Roku and Amazon. And this is a channel that I created to give myself exposure. I got some shows that I'm working on. My number one show that I have been working on for a while is called Finding Love. It's a dating show. It's going to be a TV show. Okay. But I also wanted to give other podcasters that exposure and that, you know, to be able to expand past, you know, YouTube and Facebook and really get, you know, get their faces out there. I mean, you know what I mean? If you could get on a TV network and be in thousands of people's living rooms, then right. You have a lot of people listening to what you have to say.
Definitely. And I would like to personally thank you for reaching out to me about it, because you didn't have to do that. So I definitely appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So what types of programs are you looking to put on your channel, like long term?
So I'm really looking for short films. I'm looking for movies. I'm looking for some TV shows now. Even though I got a positive side to me, I got a little ratchet side to me too. So I want some ratchet stuff up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it. That I'm really looking for more movies and TV shows as well.
Okay, so like reality TV.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, I'm for the regular TV shows too, but you know, I want some reality TV up there. I want some of those ratchet reality TV shows up there. I want some news, but I want both. I want somebody to be able to bring that news that is, you know, the community, like say for instance, like how stuff happens in the lower bracket communities, and they don't get that news footage. Like if they kid go missing, or you know what I'm saying, they don't get that news footage. I want somebody who's willing to do that, but I also want somebody to bring the hood news too.
I don't know them personally, but I could send you some links to some YouTubers you might want to reach out, because I watch a lot of true crime, specifically Black true crime. So I could show you, like, they got a lot. There's a lot of stuff that never hit the news that you would be like, whoa.
I know, because it's been times where I'm like, okay, let me get on Google and see what I can find, like what topic. And I'll run across something, I'll be like, wait a minute. Nobody's talked about this.
And it'd be the crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah. So when did you decide to make the TV channel?
So a couple of months ago, I'll say, because I was really, and I kind of still support it, but I was with another TV network.
Okay.
And I'm a person that's like, I'll be there for you 100%. I will support you. But one thing you're not going to do is you're not going to control how I run my stuff. I'm open to advice. I'm open to constructive criticism. Definitely. And you're going to talk to me with respect. So
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like my dating show, Finding Love. I've been working on that. I think I started working on that like last April. It didn't even get the exposure that it needed because the network that I was with, it's like you're not promoting it. I'm promoting it. And then you get the screaming at me because what you're doing is you're running all of your stuff through all of our social medias. So it's like you're promoting your stuff. And then you yell at me because I'm constantly sharing stuff. This is my damn platform. What are you talking about?
Right.
And if you're not going to do it, and then it's like, we had meetings with people who was interested in being on the show. I had somebody that was interested in providing the house to film. They had everything.
Oh, dang. That's what's up.
But you weren't marketing. You weren't letting me market it through your platform, number one. And then number two, when I tried to tell you, well, like, you know, I just don't like to have people sitting on a back burner, because now I don't know what to say to these people when they're saying, okay, so where are we at with this? I don't know what to say because the egg lies in your basket, and your response is you don't care who's waiting. That is not even how you handle business. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of like quietly moved away, and I just kind of like researched how to get a Roku channel, and it just went from there.
So you're not gonna name that business that was on that janky.
I don't like no because I don't want to throw people under the bus. I don't want to be messy. I just
I
it's
got
just I
you.
know that what I have to do for myself to do what you know what I mean. I don't like to
Right.
be on hold. I'm not gonna put my stuff on hold. I'm investing in helping you, but meanwhile my stuff is on the back burner. And then you're talking to me and you're not. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I don't do that.
Definitely. That's a good look. So, how do you get a Roku Amazon channel? How do you swing that?
It's free to get a Roku channel.
That's cool. Hey, it's crazy. Nobody probably knows that. Like,
I don't know if they know that, but there's a difference in getting a free Roku channel versus the license. I have the license, and I pay for my license through third party.
so what does the license allow you to do versus the free?
I believe it allows you to run your own ads, allow people to put content on your platform, and you can have like there's different sets of license. So
Same with Amazon.
so the license that I have, it provided me with both.
Okay, that's what's up. That is what's up. So, are you doing all this hard work and hustling and bustling? How are you finding time for your your life? What's the work life balance?
You said work. I don't work.
So you full time into your podcast and your channel.
Yes.
Okay. So that's your 9 to 5. So you take it real serious.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And that's how I know that it's going pop because you have the time. You going definitely go.
But it's like everything that I do though, it's like I'm learning as I go. So it's like I'm doing my own research. Nobody's not just coming and giving me the game. I'm learning everything as I go. So that's like when you asked me earlier about monetizing, I'm trying to figure out how, to do that, by it just being my channel, you know what I mean? Monetizing will come in so it's like, it's a lot that I have to figure out. So that's why I said, bear with me.
Oh yeah,
But
definitely.
at the same time, I can show you or tell you how you can also monetize because if you're going to do an interview, you're going to put them on the TV network. Just think about how many people you're putting them in front of. If they're coming on to talk about their brand or whatever, that's a fee. I'm also in the process of connecting the live TV where you can go live. Okay. So schedule events, charge for them, do rap battles, do whatever. That's just some things I'm throwing out there, but you can charge for that. That is your money. So you know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right. It's so many ways to make money out here.
Yeah, you just gotta think, you know what I mean, outside of the box. Because really, I monetize on YouTube, but I ain't even met the threshold yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have, I think it's 10,000 views before you hit $100, and $100 is the threshold that you have to hit to cash out at the end of the month. Meanwhile, 500 views, they've made $1 million, and that's off of my content. The ads are running through my content. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta get creative and come up with your own ways to make money.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are reaching out to like the smaller brands and doing like what's it called, ambassador work.
Yeah, I do a lot of ambassador work.
How does that work out for you?
Pretty good, because I get free merchandise. I just started with this brand called Cocoa Berry. They give you up to a certain amount to shop with. Hey, it's free merchandise. Some of them, all you got to do is pay for shipping. You can win trips, which I don't want none of them because they all out of the country and I ain't leaving the United States. But it's just different things that you can get for being a brand ambassador. And it gets you following.
Okay. I tried to be a brand ambassador, but I think I was with the wrong. I think it was a fake company or something.
You got to be careful with that. It's a lot of them it's a lot of fake companies out here.
Cause they was all in my inbox. We want you, and I'm like, okay.
Don't go to them. Try it. So I'll send you the ones that I deal with that's like really real.
Yeah, definitely. Please do that.
Because you actually can sign up for Shein. You can sign up for Fashion Nova. And Fashion Nova and Shein. You don't want to do Chick Me, that's women. So yeah.
Yeah. So what is your personal motivations for doing all? I know you said you have your nonprofit, but aside from that, like, what motivates you every day to keep doing it?
What motivates me is just being able to just network and talk to other people, meeting different people. I've always been an outgoing, friendly person anyway. Like, I went to jail one time for drunk driving, and when I got out, my kids was like, that they were sitting there telling each other, I bet mom was in there making friends with people. You know, so I've always been a friendly person. So
you was in there making friends with people?
I was in there conversating. I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I was talking.
That's what's up.
You meet a lot of jailhouse lawyers, I'll tell you that. They can tell you exactly how your case go.
Oh yeah, for real. I done seen the inside a couple times.
That was my first time. It was my birthday. I was toe up trying to drive, and yeah, I won't do that again.
Yeah, stay out of, and then be safe because people can't. Man, I know you see all the crazy accidents and stuff. I know you say you in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'm in I'm PG County, Maryland. That's close to DC. I don't know if you know where that's at. So it's like I'm a Lyft driver too.
Okay.
So I see so many accidents every day, like every day. Like at least 6 every day.
I see it here because it's like right now it's snowing heavily, and I know it's probably slippery.
Damn,
but people still won't slow down. They still won't slow down.
How much snow do y'all get in Minneapolis? Y'all, it's kind of warm where I'm at.
It hasn't really been that. We didn't have a really bad snow. We just had like a couple of times where, like, the last couple of days it's been snowing. We had rain and snow mixed the other day. Last week we had like a ice type of thing where it was real icy, like literally my whole truck was just covered in ice. But we didn't have a really bad winter this year. But in March it usually snows a lot towards the end, getting close to spring. So
I don't know if I could do it. I really don't like the snow at all. Like
I don't either. It's like I'm glad that I don't work anymore, because that was I didn't mind getting up going to work in the summertime, in the spring, or even the fall. But when that winter hit, I'm like, damn, I gotta go get out here driving. I don't like driving in the winter at all. Like, literally, I don't. I don't go out the house unless I have to. Like right now, if I don't need to go to Walmart, I'm not going. Not going nowhere. I'm serious.
That's funny. So, did you stop working just to do your podcast and your TV channel?
No, because that didn't come about until after I stopped working. I stopped working because I got tired of working jobs, and I'm a person that no matter what I do, I'm going to try to do my best and be my best at it. But I don't want to keep hearing, oh, we really appreciate you. You do such a good job. But when I apply for that supervisor position, I can't get that. There's always some little reason why I can't get the supervisor position. So I just got tired of working for other people.
Oh, I definitely hear that. I definitely hear that. That's part of the reason why I do Lyft, even though I'm still working for Lyft, but I don't have no, like, boss, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I also do work for ice cream factory, Haagen-Dazs factory. I do a lot of stuff all over the place.
Yeah, so I didn't know what I was going to do. And so the first thing that I did start was the nonprofit, and then the podcast came right behind it. And then I started my retail, Clatchet Accessories and Fashions. Also, I have my own, I trademarked the name Clatchet. So I'm going to be bringing my own clothing brand out. I want it manufactured because I don't want to take my name and just put it on other clothes. Right. I want my, so that's in the process.
Okay. Big things on the way. A lot of big things on the way. So this is the second to last question. I got one more question after this. But what would you tell another young? Well, nah, that's not it. What is it like being a woman in the industry, like in the business of doing TV, podcasts? How does it differ from like for like a woman? Like I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
I'm not.
Or do you
I'm
not?
not really sure. Like, I mean, I think it. I don't know if you could just say it's any different for a woman than a man. Is that what you're asking?
Because you know how like some people say like it's harder for a woman to do certain things because males get more looks doing this, that, and the third. So I just wanted to hear your perspective on that.
I don't think that's true for male or female. I think it's all about you and what you feel you can do and what you're willing to put into it to get to where you gotta get. Me, I've always had that attitude that when I see something that I want and I really want it, I'm gonna get it. There's not, well, I'll say one vehicle that I didn't want, but every vehicle that I have ever had, I set eyes on it and said, I want that vehicle and I got it. It is the one that I didn't want is because I let them talk me into what I didn't want. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason. But anybody, male or female, if it's something that you want and you're determined, where there's a will, there's a way. That's how I look at it.
Definitely, definitely. So for other young ladies that may be looking at you right now and want to follow what you do, what would you tell them?
I would tell them anything that you want to do, you can do it. If you put your mind to it, don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let nobody make you feel like it's a journey that you shouldn't take or that you're not going to be able to take. And if somebody does try to tell you that, that should make you more determined to do it.
Definitely, definitely. So the final question would be, how did you feel about this show, this episode, this interview?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all the questions. They were good questions. So can't wait to see it posted.
Thank you, thank you. Anything you think I could do differently or better?
No, I think you're doing a good job. I think you should start going live. I think you should start going live.
Okay, okay. Definitely.
And
definitely.
do you post in I have a podcast group.
You have the Queen, the group, the Queen Talk group, or another group?
So that group, Queens Talk, is my blog. That is created for it's for the live call-in show, but a lot of people probably won't feel comfortable calling in and asking their questions. So they can write into the blog, and if they don't want their name, they can do anonymously, and I'll still respond to their questions live. So they can tune in. Nobody has to know it's their question. And then I also have it's called the Public Podcast Group. I have that group for podcasters, people who want to be guests, people who want to view shows or whatever. I also try to encourage in that group for people to network, get interviews, or just collab and network. Because that, to me, in the podcast streets is what I call it. We struggle with trying to get our views up. We struggle with trying to get people to tune in. So if we as podcasters come together and try to engage with one another and network with one another, who better to get that engagement from? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then it'll make the algorithm start pushing, because that's the secret, that's the hack. Because once you get enough views, YouTube, Spotify, whatever platform will start promoting your stuff without you even asking them to.
Yeah, yeah, and you can get sponsorships and all of that.
Yeah. So that's one of my main goals. I'm trying to get the marketing side of it.
Yeah.
It costs a lot because Buzzsprout has promotion. Like they'll run your ads on other people's podcasts.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And how much is that?
I think it started at 200, and then you have Overcast.
I Google.
Yeah, Google Ads. I use them too.
Okay.
And then you got Overcast. That's probably more expensive than Buzzsprout, but they sending it through people. Like the way their gimmick is, they they're giving it the advertisement to people who are already interested in podcasts, I guess. So it'll be more chance for them to jump from that podcast and just check yours out. So that's what they do.
Okay.
But I've been looking into that because I did see a guy. He said he got he doubled his views by doing that. So
Okay.
it may be worth. I haven't tried it personally yet, but I've been looking into it.
Yeah, I will say keep shopping around, but I know because I've done Google ads, and it's kind of like you set your own budget.
Yeah.
So that's what I like
Mhm.
about that. And then I think it was another one. I have to go back and look at the name that I just recently found out. Some of them too, there's some that you can find where it's like if you sell kind of like agree to sell their subscription.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can get views too.
Okay. Yeah, there's so much stuff that I gotta learn about this.
Yeah. But that the whole thing to the whole process is ads. Is have been able to have content, because if you got content, then businesses want to run ads through your content. And you can even step outside of your box. And like I just was talking to my friend earlier, she works for a bus company.
Uh-huh.
She's going to talk to them and see if they are willing to let me run their ads through my
Okay.
whatever. So you can step outside of the box and talk to your local businesses.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Definitely. Yeah, so it's a lot of avenues to advertise. And that advertisement is a big industry in itself.
It is. Like I just learned how to create my own, like the Queen's Talk advertisement that you saw with the voiceover.
Mm-hmm.
I created that. I didn't pay nobody to do that. I created that and used the
Yeah.
voiceover. So you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? That's more money too for you. You could create ads and put a voiceover on it for people.
Yep. Well, I say I do. I'm a one-man band over here. I do it.
I'm a one. It's just me. That's why I tell people, please bear with me, because I'm doing my stuff and then helping other people. So you just gotta bear with me.
I definitely understand all of that. And I use Canva a lot.
I do too. But I just started using CapCut too, because I like their fonts and I like their they're like how you can do the screen changes and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. They have more of a variety.
Okay. I might have to check that out. Definitely. So tell the people where they can find you and find all your shows and everything that you want to get out there.
All right. So you can find Sip and Talk with MsLonda on YouTube and Facebook under Sip and Talk with MsLonda. Queen's Talk, that's going to be on YouTube as well. It's going to be on the Sip and Talk with MsLonda platform. I also have a blog for that, and Queen's Talk is a live call-in blog where people can call in and ask for advice. Now, I'm going to just say this. If y'all not ready for the truth, then I suggest don't call it, because ain't no sugarcoating. We're going to keep it real. We're going to give it to you authentic. I also can be found on Instagram under Miss_Londa 2014, TikTok, MsLonda 1972. Yeah, if you ever want to book an interview, you can go to Sip and Talk with MsLonda and book from there. You can check out my website for Queen's Talk TV. I believe that's queenstalktv.com. I also have my website, Clatchet Accessories and Fashion. You can check that out. And if you would like to donate to the nonprofit Lady Zines Incorporated, feel free to do that as well. So
cool. And you send me all that. I put everything in the description of the video.
Okay, thank you.
So y'all can find her, click the description of the video, and everything will be there. And y'all see where to find me on the backdrop. So yeah, it's been real, and thank you for coming on. And I look forward to seeing everything blossoming into what it's supposed to be.
Thank you for joining me, and looking forward to more collaboration.
Definitely. All right, you have a great night.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.